my channel, and hello if you're new here. Thank you so much for joining. It feels so good to be sat back in front of a camera. I actually have not sat in front of my camera for the last nearly 3 weeks, or actually maybe over 3 weeks, because Fridays are my filming days and it's now Monday. So I think it's over 3 weeks because I went away for 2 weeks, I pre-filmed, so the last 2 uploads you saw, I had scheduled those when I was away so that I could keep up with my weekly uploads. I'm back and it feels really good to be sat in front of my camera, and because of that, I decided I'm just gonna go straight in with a vlog. And it's Monday and I'm back to work this week. And yeah, this is gonna be the first time I'm actually gonna attempt to vlog around just like general life, work, the horses, everything. I tend to normally keep all my filming to the weekends and just like start on Thursday, because obviously I have Fridays off, so I can do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for vlogging. But no, let's do a weekly vlog. I need to get through my entire physical TBR. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see every single book on that shelf that I have not yet read that I need to get through and finish, because after seeing my entire physical TBR video and like editing it back, that was an eye-opener, to say the least. Now on that video, the entire physical TBR video, I said to you guys, if there's any books that you've read that you have seen that I haven't read yet and you want to see me read it in a vlog, or you really think I just need to read it in general, then let me know in the comments. And I had loads of comments, so thank you guys across that one and other videos that I've posted since then of what books you guys really want to see me read. Some of the most popular ones were the Hockey God series, Mile High by Liz Tom Ford, or like the Windy City series. Is that what it's called? Windy City, I think it is. And the Dark Verse series by Runix. Darkest Temptation as well by Danielle Laurie, because that's the last book in the Maid series. I haven't got around to reading that yet. Loads of you guys said that's really good. So we've got lots of books that we can get through. I actually have kind of already started a book. So basically I was driving back from down south back up to Nottingham today, and I want to start an audiobook. So I'm trying to get into audiobooks. I have a bit of a difficult time with them because one, I think when it comes to me with reading, I need to actually be tracking words on paper with my eyeballs so that I can stay focused, because genuinely, like, I think it's an ADHD thing, like where my ADHD can be so severe sometimes. I can listen to an audiobook and literally be an hour in and be like, what's happened? It doesn't focus me enough. I don't feel like I have to actively listen, like it doesn't make me actively listen, whereas when I'm reading, I'm actively reading the words on paper and like taking it in. So I do really struggle with them, and I hate most narrators' voices. It's mainly the women, they just grate on me, I find them jarring, and I just really don't get on with them. But whilst I was driving, I actually did start, because I knew I had a long drive ahead of me, and I thought there's no point starting a book to listen on audio for 3.5 hours and then get home, start my vlog and start a completely different book. So I did already start the Dark Verse series by Runix, and obviously The Predator is the first book. And I got to chapter 8 on audio, which is about 100 pages into this book. I did check when I got home, which I'm pretty pleased. That's a pretty good inroads. I don't know if I'm going to read the series in its entirety in this vlog, because, I mean, I don't know. If I end up loving it, then I might have to just rename the vlog and be like, read the Dark Verse series with me for a week. But I might read this one and then The Reaper, and then switch it up. Depends what mood I'm in as well as to what I want to be reading. And yeah, we're going to vlog. We're going to get through my physical TBR, because Lord knows that needs to happen ASAP, because also my birthday is around the corner and I just know I'm going to buy more books and just ask for more books. So I say my birthday's around the corner, so it isn't around the corner, it's literally not till August, but I just know that a book haul is looming. It's looming over me. Let me just give you a quick update anyway on how I'm feeling about the first 100 pages. I'm actually really liking it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read and listen at the same time as and when I can, but I really like Tristan Kane, and I really like the way they first met, and I really like the setting of it all, and I'm really enjoying it. So it's a good start. Update. Tristan Kane is definitely feels like he's gonna go and be propelled into book boyfriend status, because he is just great. He is just great, and if she writes the rest of the men in her books in this series the way she writes Tristan Kane, I'm here for it. I wouldn't say this is feeling very much like a dark romance, but obviously it would be in that category. I wouldn't call this contemporary romance. But when you have dark romance MMCs, they do need to be written really well, because otherwise you just find them absolutely ridiculous. The possessiveness. Whereas if they're written well, then you can forgive these. What are you doing? If they're written well, I feel like it's easier to digest their morally grey behaviour. So that's why I'm enjoying it, because I feel like he's written very well. Isn't that right, Coda? Isn't that right? Yes. Hello, it is now Tuesday afternoon. I feel like I haven't updated since yesterday afternoon, but it's okay. I've been at work today. I did loads of reading last night. Yes, that is tabs that I'm using as a bookmark, because I don't have any bookmarks. At one point I had an abundance of bookmarks and I don't know where any of them have gone. So we're using tabs now. Got loads of reading done last night though. So I am now about this I am actually probably at the halfway mark, and I love this. I am absolutely loving this. I find it very hit and miss with mafia romance. I've not read that many of them, and to be honest, the only mafia romances I've really genuinely enjoyed were the Sinners Anonymous series. This could be loved just as much as that, if not more. I love this world that Runix has created. I love mafia romances that feel very underground. Not like cringy. I feel like mafia romance can become very cringy very quickly. This is not the case at all. I'm obsessed with Tristan Kane. I really, really love the tension that's sizzling between them. The spice is good. Like, it's okay, the spice is okay. It's the tension that is better. The tension's good, the pacing's good. The world that she's building is really, I love it. It feels very dark, it feels very ominous, it feels very underground and secretive, and I just love it. Going to try and finish it tonight. I've got loads to do this afternoon, to be fair. I need to go to the stables, I need to ride the horses. So it depends what time I get back as to whether I'm gonna have enough hours before it starts getting past midnight to finish the book, but hopefully I will, because I'm really enjoying it, and all I've wanted to do all day at work is sit down with it, and I've had to work. What a scam. First update, please ignore the curly hair. It's unruly, it looks crazy, I know. I'm at my wit's end with my curly hair at the moment, so it's gone into a bun. Just got back from the yard. This is the latest I've got back from the yard in such a long time, but I had a lovely evening at the yard. It was such a nice evening. I didn't manage to finish The Predator last night. I am so close, like, that is how much I've got left. I'm really enjoying the series. For mafia romance, I'm just having the best time. Some of the writing is a little bit repetitive. Like right now, I feel like I'm gonna give it like 3.75 stars. Like the descriptive writing, it's the same sentences. And if you've read the book, I think you'll know what I mean. Like she literally says the same thing, but like 3 different ways, one after the other sometimes. So I'm noticing that a little bit, but that's just me being picky. I think I updated my Goodreads status and I was like, why have I not started this series sooner? Because I think I've had it for about 2 years now. It's great. But yeah, anyway, loving it. Gonna finish this now and go straight into the Roomba. Hello everyone, it is now Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? No, it's Thursday. It's Thursday today, and I want to do a reading update because I haven't updated you guys since I finished The Predator last night. I was supposed to go to bed after I finished The Predator, and I didn't. I was like, I'll read 1 chapter of The Reaper, and then 1 chapter becomes 2, and then 2 chapters becomes 3, and I think I went to bed like 1 o'clock in the morning because The Reaper is already so much better. 35 pages into the read and I can already tell this is going to be so much better. You know, sometimes when you just get a feeling when you start a book, I have got that feeling with this book. I love Tristan and Marana so much. The tension and the angst between these two is some of the best that I've read. Other books that I would compare this to is like the Sinners Anonymous series, Powerless, the tension in that. Like, Powerless is YA, this is dark romance, so it is so much better. And I am obsessing over these two, and their story is really good. It's really starting to unfold. I think the plot is really strong in this, and I'm obsessed. This is written in third person, and honestly, I don't think I really truly properly realised or clocked that until like halfway through The Predator. And I think it's because I started it on audio, and I think because someone's talking to you and you feel like you're being read to, I didn't like quite realise. But the third POV is actually fine. I like Runix is really good at making you feel like you're still in their head and reading it from their point of view, even though it's third POV, so don't let that put you off. So yeah, 3.8 stars. Like, it was fine. Some of the writing's a bit repetitive in it. I think I maybe mentioned that in my update last night. Let me see if I can find you an example of what I mean when I say it's repetitive. Okay, literally on the last page I was on. It says here, so in the mornings the start of something new would begin. In the morning her life was going to change. In the morning they were going to Tenebrae. And she does that quite a lot. Like, she says the same sentence multiple times but in a slightly different way quite a lot, and so that is the only thing that I have with the writing that I don't love. And also, if this was dual POV, which I don't have, I have a feeling the Reaper isn't going to be dual POV either. I think dual POV for me, like, a book can't get 5 stars in my opinion unless it's, well, I don't know, let's not speak too soon, but dual POV for me is like a really important, especially with how much I like Tristan. I want his POV so bad because I just think it would bring a whole nother layer to the story, but we'll see if we get it. I don't know. I still really liked it. Really solid read. I gave it 3.8 because I feel like it was better than 3.75, but not quite 4 stars. I'm using my tabs again as a bookmark, but these are aesthetic this time because they match the book, so I don't have an issue with that. I think it looks really cute. I'm going to do a little bit more reading before I have to go to the stables and do the horses. I have decided not to ride today. They can have a day off because honestly I want to get home and I just want to read this book, so yeah. Update before I go to the stables. I have very nearly finished The Reaper. I made some really good progress on it today. I sat out in the garden for a couple of hours reading because it was such nice weather earlier. Whenever it's nice in the UK, you just find you just have to be outside, you just cannot sit inside. So I made the most of the sun, read loads of the book, and right now this is sitting at 4 stars, maybe 4.25 stars for me, depending how it's going to end. I am really loving this. I'm really loving the time that Runix is taking to slowly develop the relationship between Tristan and Marana. Like, nothing is rushed, they're taking their time, they are exploring all avenues of their trauma, of their past, of their connections, and making it all make sense for them to get there like happily ever after at the end, which I hope they do get, and I would assume it has got happy ever after in it. I love this so much. I love the plot, I love what's unfolding behind closed doors. There's a little bit of mystery, a little bit of intrigue. Who is the Reaper? Who is the guy, the airport guy that she keeps meeting? So I love that there's things to keep you reading because I do feel like it's pretty balanced in terms of romance and plot, but I'm obsessed with it. I don't know whether to read the 3rd book in this series next, whether to read The Darkest Temptation, stick with Mafia but read something new for the vlog, or whether to read Mile High, but I don't think I'm feeling sports romance, especially not whilst I'm in this sort of like Mafia era at the minute. So I'm not sure what I'm going to start tonight, but I'm definitely going to finish it when I get back from the stables. It's so good, so thank you so much to everybody who recommended for me to start this series because I wish I'd started it sooner. Thank you so much. What a great recommendation. So, reading update time. I feel like I haven't actually checked in since I finished The Reaper, and if you didn't already tell, I have started The Emperor. I had to go straight into it because I think I'm going to rate The Reaper 5 stars. I think straight off the bat it's definitely like a 4.75 star read, and I'm just going to kind of sit with it. I keep thinking about it. I feel like it's probably going to be one of those 5-star reads, because for me, 5-star reads are when I just can't stop thinking about them after the fact, and that's definitely the case with the Reaper. I thought that this book was... Hold it all the way around. I thought this book was amazing. I am completely and utterly obsessed with this series, so I had to go straight into The Emperor because I just didn't want to start taking a break. The underlying subplot that isn't anything to do with the romance, like the actual storyline of the book, it was really starting to unravel, everything to do with the syndicate and stuff, and I just have to keep going. This is definitely one of those series that I want to read chronologically through to the end without taking any breaks, because I'm just loving it so much. Also, just a quick update with The Emperor. So I am now on chapter 7, which is 104 pages in. So I haven't read as fast today as I was reading The Reaper, because I literally read The Reaper in about 24 hours, to be fair. I got through it really quickly. I'm not getting through this as quick just because I have been busier today than I was yesterday, but it is really good. So this is Dante and Amara's story, which I've been very, very excited to get to. And what I'm loving so much is that this is going to be one of those books where we have like a part 1 where it's told in the past, because Dante and Amara have history that we sort of start to learn about in the first 2 books, and we are now having it told from their POVs. We're going back to the past, and then I'm assuming part 2 will catch up to present day. My favourite kind of books to read because you get so much depth to the story. There's so many layers that we can unfold and peel away and understand why the characters have the relationships they do. The long-term effects of everything they've been through prior to us getting up to present day is on their relationship, and it's just, I just love it so much. It happened in the Devil's Night series, we had it in the Hollow Boys series, and they are some of my all-time favourite series, so this is going well. I mean, straight off the bat I already feel like this is a 4-star read. It's fast-paced, it's interesting, I can't put the book down. I really want to sit down and definitely get maybe like halfway through it before I have to go back and do the horses. I am absolutely loving this series. If it continues the way it does, it's going to be another 5-star series for sure. Plot is so good. Even though it's written in third person, I don't feel like it's taking me out of the story at all. Sometimes I can struggle with that. I don't read that many books. First POV is my all-time favourite, but no, this is great. At the minute as well, this is the first book in dual POV, and I'm very happy about that, because if it continues that way, and I really love the book, I think it will be 5 stars. And I think that's the only reason I'm sort of on the edge with The Reaper, because if it was in dual POV and we had Tristan's point of view, 100% that would be a 5-star read all day long. I definitely feel like as a reader I need that. I like to connect to both characters and be in both of their minds. But that being said, this is already starting that way, so I hope that when we get to present day, we're still going to get Dante and Amara's point of views, but it's so good. Thank you again, guys, for recommending this. I just love it. To do an update last night because I just ended up reading loads and then I got super tired and I actually fell asleep reading, so I just had to put the book down. But I am now about halfway through The Emperor, and this I feel like is also on track to be a 5-star read. I am obsessed with their story, the way that Runix is writing and this story, like the pacing of it, how much she's taking time with explaining the whole entire history of them, that we were sort of drip fed that kind of information in the first 2 books, but now we're actually seeing it unfold. I'm probably going to rate this 5 stars. I think it's another 5-star read, which is crazy because I feel like last year in total, I think I read 113 books or 103 books or something like that, and then only 13 of those were 5-star reads. And this year I wasn't rating anything 5 stars after Throne of Glass, and then I feel like I will have potentially had about 5 5-star reads in the space of the last like 1 or 2 months, but I'm not complaining. I don't give 5 stars out very lightly. I feel like for me 5 stars is a feeling that I get. A book to me can still be like really perfect and everything, I can really enjoy it, but once I close that book, if I'm able to move on with my life and I'm not thinking about it, it's not giving me the 5-star feeling, so I would rate it like a 4.75. But for some reason, I feel like this whole series is just going to be with me for a while. I cannot stop thinking about these characters. I'm on TikTok all the time looking up edits of the characters and all stuff like that, which I feel like I haven't done that for ages. Just, I'm obsessed. The writing that I found was really repetitive in The Predator. It hasn't really been like that in, it was a little bit in The Reaper, but in this book it hasn't been like that at all. It's almost like she's growing into her writing style as well. I'm not finding the repetitive sentences, repetitive descriptions or anything like that in this either, which is just a bonus for me. Monday, and I managed to finish The Emperor last night, so it is 3 books that I managed to get read between Monday and Sunday, which is probably the most reading I've managed to get done in a really long time. I'm very surprised I managed to get this much done around work this week, to be honest. Around work and riding the horses. Absolutely buzzing. I think it also helps I have absolutely loved this series, so I am going to start the finisher today. However, I am going to wrap the vlog up here because I've been vlogging for a week now and I'm already dreading about thinking how many hours of footage I've got to edit. It was only meant to be a weekly vlog anyway, so if you do want to keep up with how I'm feeling about the rest of the series, then make sure you follow me on my Goodreads. The link to it is in my bio, where I will be inevitably updating my Goodreads status because I'm very active about doing that when I'm reading a series that I enjoy. So The Emperor was another 4.75 star read for me. Again, I feel like that could definitely change to 5 stars. I ended up changing The Reaper to 5 stars. So absolutely incredible series. I have loved every single second of it. In terms of actually The Emperor, it made me fall in love with Dante and Amara even more. Their story is amazing. Dante is incredible. I loved seeing this other side to him. We've got dual POV in this. To be honest, the more I talk about it, the more I think I'm giving this 5 stars. This whole series is giving me this feeling where I'm excited. I love the characters. I love the story. I can't wait to read on. Not at any point am I getting bored. There's so much mystery. I keep thinking about like who's responsible for this, who's responsible for that, who's the Shadow Man, who's the Syndicate, like who is running all of this stuff. I want answers. I want the romance. I want the spies. I just want it all. I'm just having the best time, and this book was amazing. The pacing was great. The writing was beautiful. It is nowhere near as repetitive as it was in The Predator. The Predator, for me, I gave it like 3.8 stars. The 2 books to follow are just 5-star reads, like amazing. So if you do pick this series up and you're not entirely sure, just get through The Predator. You don't even need to get through it. It really isn't a bad book, but it just goes up a whole other level after that. Based off of the cover of this, which has got Los Fortis Times on it, obviously we're going to get Alpha's story, I'm assuming. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm so excited. It's all starting to very cleverly interlink. Everyone's connected, it's interwoven. Things that we found out in even the first book, we're now starting to get answers for those. It's just so good. The plot is amazing. I'm blown away by it. I'm going to wrap the vlog up here though, guys. I hope you enjoyed spending the week with me and kind of also coming on my errands with me a little bit to the stables and things. If you like that kind of content, then please do let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss my upcoming content. Thank you so much for watching and spending the week with me, and I'll see you in my next video.